My first experience with astro imaging was in the 80s with a silver film, and it was quite painstaking. My parents, they bought the Celestron 8, and they let me doing my hobby. And I was the happiest teenager of the world. I was dreaming in front of the brochures with all the telescopes.
First major discovery was in 2006 on February 24 Universal Time, 25 local time. It is during that time when I took an image of Jupiter, and I discovered that its white spot oval BA has turned red. This spot is now known as a red spot junior. I had some people saying that, why the hell are you wasting your time in the middle of the night just imaging planets? And this is where amateurs fill the gap. And this is how we contribute basically to the development of the science of astronomy.
Celestron has always been about imaging. When I got that Celestron 8 back in 1975, one of the things that attracted me to it was it appeared to be built from the ground up to adapt directly to photography. The modern electronic imaging makes it so much easier for anybody to get into this and achieve good results quickly. People saying, oh, I just started imaging in 2008, and they're producing observatory quality work. Or I've only been in it for 10 years or whatever. And I'm thinking, my God, I'd already been doing it for almost 4 decades by the time they even started. So that's really been a joy to me, that the passion that I've been able to enjoy for 5 decades, now everybody can get in and do top-notch work right off the bat.
The rock case was one of the first cases I used a microscope in, and it became a huge case. And sometimes it's not the actual evidence that's there that leads you down a different road. Sometimes it's what's not there. So it's just things like that that may seem unimportant at the time, but become very important when you're testifying in trial. And I wouldn't be able to confidently testify to things like that without the use of the technology used in the microscope.
They've been great for our curriculum because these students come in with very little knowledge of using microscopes, and trying to teach them on a standard microscope is very difficult because you can't see what they're seeing. I think with students today, they've grown up with technology, they expect technology, and then they get in the classroom and there's no technology. So having that technology there, I think, makes it feel more real to them, and I think everyone's fascinated by microscopic things anyways.
With these microscopes and the nice big large size of the panel, everybody can see what they're supposed to be looking at. I do love that everybody can be involved, and we have 6 of them, and so easily the entire class can be looking at different parts of the same insect or the same slide all at the same time. So sharing has just been really a plus, and they love it. They're so involved in what they're doing because the microscope is fun to use.
I think introducing birding and bird watching to other people is very important to the recreational activity of birding. The spotting scope is great. The Celestron Regal spotting scope it's really versatile, and one of my favorite things to do with that is digiscoping, and so that it's great. You don't have to carry your bulky camera around. You can just I carry my iPhone with me, and I do a lot of my photography with that, and with the Celestron scope it's just a clear picture.
Very competitive by nature, and when I got into imaging, I wanted to be good at it, obviously, and just like with golf and anything else really. But it's funny, just like with golf, there's all different types of people that do it, and trying to fit in my hobby with being a golfer and a dad and a husband, I mean, it's tough. So I've learned to process very, very quickly. I've become very efficient at it, and where some guys would spend, a week on one picture, sometimes I'm cranking one out and, over coffee in the morning.
Can one filter street light?
Yes, street lights have a few emission lines, primarily sodium and mercury, that can be selectively filtered.
What can you see on Mars?
Alright. On Mars, with this telescope, you'll be able to see the polar ice caps. You will also see some dark Maria features on the surface of Mars.
Celestron has been instrumental in our support of teachers in their quest to birdwatch and identify birds and engage students in birdwatching. They've donated many pairs of binoculars to the Cornell Lab of Ornithology's Bird Sleuth K-12 program, and we've been able to pass along these binoculars to teachers. Kids love tools that they can use to do science. If you put a pair of binoculars around their neck, they become scientists.